I'm so totally pleased with this thing right now because we're going to navigate our way across the country with this thing, and it is going to keep us out of trouble with that Airstream behind us. Let's take a closer look at how we get this thing done. On this episode of Easy Street Garage, today we are doing the unveiling, the box opening of the Garmin RV890. This is Garmin's latest entry into the either recreational vehicle or truck route GPS. We're going to open this thing up. We're going to mount it into our F250, and we got some surprises here too, because you know, we've got a pedestal mount that's already in the F250, and we found out today, just kind of sizing this thing up, is that this will fit on that pedestal, and we're not going to have to do any windshield mounts or anything in our field of view. So stay with us today. Really got excited when I found the Garmin RV890, and it has really good reviews. I'm going to top off this episode with another review. Whether it's good or bad, we're going to find out. But we're going to do an unboxing. We're going to do a setup. I'm going to also wire this thing into my up switches in my F250. So we're going to cover that as well. So with that said, let's get into the unboxing of this Garmin 890. By the way, the price tag on this thing, it's a little bit steep. I know I could have used apps. There's plenty of apps, and I have them on my iPhone. The price you need to pay, or I need to pay, to stay safe and out of trouble. Let's take a look at the 890. So I will submit to you that I've already had the box open. So we've already seen what's inside here, simply because I've told you already that I found a mounting configuration in my F250, which I'm going to show you when we get to that stage of this episode. But this thing mounts very clean. I like the setup on it. So I have opened it, but for the first time, you get to see it. Let's take a look. So, very well packaged, very well protected during shipment. Here's the 890. You can see, guys, that it's got a pretty good size screen on there. So I'm very happy with the size of that screen, and I'm sure the display is going to be just as good. Okay. So we're going to set that aside for now. Let's go inside the box, and I'll show you what basically ships with this thing. You're going to get outside of the instructions, which you have here, but I mean, who needs instructions? There's some mounting configuration here. This is a pedestal mount that looks like it's got a suction cup to it. This allows you to basically mount the 890 to your windshield, and quite frankly, I don't like mounting such a big screen on my field of view, so we're not going to do that. We're not going to use this thing at all. We'll show you our alternative to mounting it. There's also another pedestal that they ship with it that has 3 mounting holes in it, so you can see where you might mount that on a surface in your vehicle to get it off the windshield. And then of course there's also some other pieces and parts that come with the 890. There is even this USB cord right here. I don't have the power cord in here. The power cord is out in the truck, and so therefore what they do is they ship you basically a power cord, and the power cord has a cigarette lighter connection in it, and then that plugs into the back side of this right here, which is kind of a magnet mount, and it's a very secure mount, so I feel pretty good about that. But we're not going to use any of this stuff. All the rest of it's out in the truck, but we're going to do a review and kind of set this thing up for now. Start with the fun stuff. And we're just gonna peel this front cover off, peel that away. We're gonna check for our power button, which is over here up on the left-hand corner right next to the Garmin logo. So we're gonna fire this thing up. Hopefully it has battery in it, at least enough to get us kind of moving along in the programming process here. Now I'm gonna put in, I think it's gonna ask me for some values as we get this thing set up along the way. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna guess at some of them, and then I'll come back in later on and we'll put some more accurate measurements in this whole setup here. So it is an Android-based system, so the prompt we're getting right now is it's starting up, and we're going to go with English because that's what we speak here. So we've got English selected, I guess, right? Oh, okay. Now start. See, I'm learning. And then these are the terms and conditions, and of course I am a speed reader, so I'm reading these really quick right now. And yeah, I think they all look good, and I agree. So I'm going to accept those. Now it's asking us to select a Wi-Fi network. Okay, so we're connected to the Wi-Fi network, and we're going to go ahead and toggle next. And then what it wants to do now is it wants to connect to the Garmin Drive mobile app, my iPhone. So that was successful. We're going to continue to set up all of the configurations that the device will prompt us through to do. All right. So right now, select our current vehicle, and that would be us right here. We're a vehicle with a trailer, and then we actually have a travel trailer. And so right now it's asking us for the maximum height of our Airstream. And the maximum height of the Airstream, I believe, I'm going to just kind of go with 9 feet, 9 inches, if that makes sense. So let's just say it's 10 feet to be honest. The maximum width, in this case, 8.6. Well, the trailer length, overall trailer length, there you go. You see kind of what we've got set up in here. We'll come back and figure out all that a little bit later on, okay? So it takes us out now to the main screen. Welcome, all the wallpaper, the widgets, and the settings are all done up here. Got it. So we'll just buzz right through that. And then, of course, here are all the icons as it relates to the campgrounds. So if you're looking for campgrounds, you're looking to set your trip history, you can do that. The trip planner is also available here, settings, which we're going to go back and modify that. And then the app, and then of course you have where you're going to program in your destination. And then of course here are the maps, okay? So save travel history, yeah, why not? And so there we go, kind of looking for a signal right now. We're inside, probably not going to get anything here, but who knows, we'll see. So this is the Garmin 890. It's specific to RVs. I can't wait to get on the road and to use this very soon, and we'll give you some details along the way. But the next piece of this episode of Easy Street Garage has us installing this into our 2020 F250. So with that said, guys, let's go get busy. I had this awesome mount that I already had in the truck, right? And I use this for my iPad. I use it for my laptop computer for work. Right. However, it comes down, and let's get the lights to adjust here a little bit, but it comes down here and it mounts on the foot of the front seat. And then it once it mounts there, of course, I've got it routed up, and it's pretty stiff and flexible, but it comes up here, and it used to have a little pedestal on there that would hold on to the iPad with a spring and some other things. And I thought, man, when you get this 890, it already has this little mounting ball, this pivot ball on it. And so remember I showed you yesterday that this thing is magnetically mounted on here, and it's hard to get off, and I'm a strong dude, so there. But what you basically have is this ball mount right under here, and it was the same exact size. It worked out so well. I'll put a link on who the manufacturer is of this guy right here. Just this power / charging plug. If my co-pilot chooses, she can hold the tablet in her hand. Co-pilot now can see any navigation issues coming up she wants in front of her, or she takes this, basically mounts it back on the pedestal, and we can adjust this down where we can both view the tablet and see what where we want to go, where we need to go, make some arrangements as it relates to campgrounds, whatever we need to do. She's right front and center here. So I came out of the pedestal mount, I came down, I went under the carpet, and at that point I started to put loom on the wire. So there is right underneath the carpet right here a grommet for running wire. So what I did in that case is I just basically went through that grommet, I went down through the bottom of the truck, up and into the engine bay, where I wired into my upfitter switches right here. Let me jump in on the other side and show you how that works. Okay guys, at this stage of the game, my truck is equipped with all the upfitter switches right in the cab. The first upfitter switch is for my CB radio. The second upfitter switch is now wired up to my RV890. Now keep in mind, in the truck here, mounted down below here, right in this spot, this is where I mount my TPMS sensor, and then up on this location here, this is where I mount my rear view camera for the Airstream. Here's my home screen, and this will take me basically to locations, all campgrounds, Plan RV services, whatever else, national parks, addresses I've saved in here, even my history. And you can go down here and you can look, you got KOAs programmed in here, you know, fuel prices, you name it. This thing has just got a lot of capability, and I'm super happy with it. So if you guys are looking for a thumbs up on a product that you know, really has a lot of capability and whatnot, this is definitely the way to go. The GPS RV890 install in my F250. Listen, appreciate you guys tuning in, and as always, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Toggle the bell for instant notifications. Until next time, remember, this is Easy Street Garage, and yeah, tune in, subscribe. And until next time, remember, that's a Bobcat. Until next time, remember, this